Hi, in this video, let's jump into the generative AI and let's write our first sample program. I am so much excited to share this program with you. I hope you are also very much excited. And you must be thinking that is it like too early to jump into the program, like the code? And I say like yes, let's jump into the program and let's see like how we can code. If in case if you have not watched the Python data structures yet, I have already uploaded the Python basics videos in this course. Please go ahead and refresh yourselves, which really helps and makes you very much comfortable with the Python over here. And for all of our entire course, we are going to use the Colab, and Colabs comes for free of cost. Either you can use the Colab or the Jupyter Notebook or Visual Studio or whatever you prefer, like PyCharm. I usually prefer Colab for any learning purpose. So let's jump into the Google Chrome and let's search for Colab. If in case if you have not signed in yet into your Chrome, it might ask you to enter your email address and password. Just heads up, hardly it will take like some 4 to 5 seconds to create the notebook for you, and this is like very handy. So let's create a new notebook in the drive. Okay, and here is our Colab notebook. Thanks to Google for generating this one for us. So let's say generative AI, and then let's click on connect. So let's see how we can do, and even before that we have to install one of the libraries. So we have connected over here, and for that I'm going to write pip install Google Gemini. So we are going to use the LLMs, which is like available for everyone, which is the Google Gemini. Let's execute this one. Okay, I hope it will run successfully. Okay, let's see from Google import. I'm so sorry, from Google Gen AI. Sorry, requirement already satisfied. Okay, this is like successfully installed, and let's run this one. Yes, now we have the Gen AI module, and it is available, and we can use this one. And now we have created the API key already, right? So let's import the library first, and then we will see how we can use this API key. So from Google import Gen AI, I already have imported here, but again I'm writing. And let's say API key is equal to, oops, let's go back here. Let's see our API keys. Okay, I guess I have to create one more. Okay. Sorry for that. I should have copied it somewhere. And I remember this issue because we initially copied and it went somewhere, and we lost that one. And again, we have to create. And do remember that we can't create multiple API keys on a single day. Okay, let's update the key over here. And then, so what we have to do, we have to create a client. Create a client. So we have to activate the Gen AI models using this API key. For that, we are creating a client. Okay. So for example, client is equal to Gen AI dot client API key. What is the API key? It's nothing but this one. So I'm writing the API key because we already initialized the variable here. So we have the API key here. So now we have successfully created the client. And if you print the client, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, nothing. It will return you an object, which is good. And now let's create a response, a model. Okay, so what we are going to do right now in this program, the whole idea of this program, like we will use one of the existing Gemini models, and then we will ask something to the Gemini model, how we ask in the chat GPT or the Google Gemini, but this time we are going to use the coding to ask that. So let's say response, I'm going to consider response is equal to client dot. So we are going to deal with the models dot generate content. So why I have used the generate content, because we are going to use one of the existing models and we are going to generate a content we are going to give some input and it will generate some output for us. For example, let's say the model name. For example, for now, just think like this is the only one model which we have, but we have like so many models. Flash. Okay, so this is the Google Gemini model. So I mean, again, Python is case sensitive, so I mean, a capital F here instead of a small f, this will lead into errors. And then now let's pass the contents. So I would like to ask, explain how AI works in a single line, in a single statement. Okay. So we have successfully created the prompt. So create the prompt, right? So now what we have done so far, we generated an API key, and then we have created a client. So what is the use of this client? So to integrate the API generated API key with the Google generative AI models, and then we created the prompt. And there are like so many machine learning models which are available, and we should know like which one we should use. And for generating content, 2.5 Flash is the best one. So I'm using this one. And what I'm going to ask, I would like to ask to the Gemini that, hey, could you please explain me how AI works in a single statement, right? Now let's do print response. Let's run this one. And it is running. You can clearly see over here. Okay, no, something. Okay, response. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Okay, let's run this one. Okay, you can see a content over here. And again, this whole doesn't make any sense for us. And we all we need is some kind of an answer that how you know like what exactly the AI is going to respond back. So if you see here, what we asked, explain how AI works in a single statement, and here is the text. AI learns from the data to identify patterns or the predictions. So instead of print dot response, what I can do, so here is the text, right? So we can achieve only this. We only wanted this one, and we can get this by three ways. The first one is print response. The second one is that we can also do print response dot text, and this will give you like what's exact output. So what ML model is telling that AI learns from data to identify patterns and make decisions or predictions, which is good. And if you would like, you can also write one more way. So if you look at over here, when we print the response, okay, let me print the response again. So we have a candidates here. If you see inside this one, it all started with some HTTP response. A candidates, it is an array. So what I'm going to do, print response. We want this text from here, right? So it is inside a candidate. So candidates, you can see over here, and this is inside the array, and I want the first element of the array. So I'm going to take 0. If I run this one, it will generate from content, right? And now it has generated from here. And now inside the content there is a parts. Generate content. So and then content dot, and then inside that there is a parts, and inside that there is an array of 0. If I run this one, and it has shown everything inside the parts, and what we all interested is the text here. So dot text. So I know that, I mean, though we have like three different ways, and this is the best one to always write like print response dot text, it always gives you the output. And in the next video, which is going to be the sample video 2, so instead of remembering the API key, or like instead of keeping it in some document every time, I will show you one of the secret tips so that you can directly call that. Thank you for watching this video.